Hi, Capricorn. Happy July. Glad to see you guys. Glad to see you guys. My name is Candace. This is Lamplighter Tarot. And we're looking into the month of July for the sign of Capricorn. So, Capricorn, when I was focusing and meditating on your energy for the month of July, the word diligence came across. And I thought that was kind of amusing because, I mean, you know, you might as well just be describing a Capricorn, by using the word diligence, It's kind of second nature for most Capricorns if you have heavy Capricorn energy in your chart. Diligence. Careful and persistent work or effort. Well, we still are going through a lot of Capricorn energy, and so if there was any time for you guys to excel at doing that, it would be now. This is a great time for it. This is a great time for you. This is a great year for you guys to really be in your element and to accomplish things that you've been wanting to accomplish, to get things done. Diligence. Steady, hard, forward-moving work. But for whatever reason, that comes into play for you in the month of July. It's important to keep that in mind. Persistence. Chipping away at. Okay, well, two cards wanted to come out there, so I guess that you guys get 7 cards for your reading for the month of July. Let's check it out. See what they say. First card out is 5 of Swords. Next card out is 10 of Rods. Why is this feeling kind of familiar? King of Cups. I swear this card has come out in so many readings so far this month. I'll explain to you why. I swear, Capricorn, you can't make this stuff up. So has this card. The Hermit, Major Arcana card, the Hermit. Yep. 9 of Swords. The Chariot, Major Arcana card, the Chariot. I tell you what else is I've noticed in the readings this month too, as well, is people are getting a lot of Major Arcana cards, and Major Arcana cards represent major themes and things that are happening in our lives. And so I tell you what, if things have felt stagnant at all, there's definitely some moving and shaking going on in the month of July. Queen of Rods. That's that extra card that I pulled out. All right, here we go. Let's break it apart. You guys have been dealing with something, right? It's like fighting a battle that you can't win, and that's why I was kind of saying that I don't remember exactly what was going on in last month's reading, but it feels a little bit repetitive like that. Like you're fighting a battle like you don't even want to fight type of scenario. However, these are the first cards that I'm pulling up in the reading. And so, these could be energies that you have been dealing with. And then underneath that, you have the 10 of Rods. This is a card about bearing a heavy weight, right? Oh, and you're tired. You're tired, Capricorn. You feel like you've had to you've been carrying everything on your own here. This just feels like a huge burden. It's a huge weight on you. Like you're fighting a never-ending battle, Or if there's a winner, it's not really, just like a great win, Because you never wanted to have the battle in the first place. So let me explain to you why I'm saying that the King of Cups is coming up, and he's coming up in a lot of readings. Well, it's because it's Cancer season. So what I've been telling a lot of people is this is a really good month to get in touch with how you feel and to find a quiet space, a tranquil space where you're not distracted by noises or anything else going on, and to really allow yourself some time to be with yourself, right? To open yourself up to be able to glean some answers and some introspection and some insight this month in July. And here's the other card that's popping up over and over again. And again, it's the same thing it's Cancer season. So this is all about the Hermit card as a major arcana. It's all about going within to get some answers, right? Self-reflection, looking in all those little dark corners that you haven't explored yet. It's also about gleaning wisdom from what you've been through before to gain insight on where you want to go moving forward. And so in this particular situation, Capricorn, you might be asking yourself, how do I get myself out of this type of feeling? How do I maneuver around this? How do I get out of, fighting a battle I don't want to fight, or holding a burden I don't want to hold anymore? I'm tired. When does this cycle end? How do I make it end? How do I pull myself out of this? Where do I go from here? Right? So you're asking this month to really reflect on that. Not only do you feel physically burdened, but something's causing you a lot of anxiety. Something's causing you a lot of anxiety in the month of July. It's something I call this card the brain monkey card, right? These are thoughts that go round and round in the head with no solution. Right? This is the nightmare card, the sleepless night card, the anxiety card. So something's really nagging at you guys. But it doesn't last. I mean, maybe with some of that inner reflection, you guys are going to come to some kind of answer, because another major arcana card right underneath that is the Chariot card. I mean, this is full-fledged ahead. This is charging into action. Chariot sometimes even represents taking two different directions that your life is going, and somehow harnessing them and focusing them together so that they both go straight forward. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but taking this scenario over here and taking this scenario over here and figuring out a way to assimilate those things so you have one solid path moving forward. And the extra card that I pulled out was the Queen of Rods. This is someone, regardless of whether you're a man or a female, who really knows what she's about and who is not afraid to express it. She's very creative. She's very action-oriented. She's very confident. So something, Capricorn, in the month of July that you have discovered with the Hermit card is allowing you to really move forward and take some decisive action about where you want to go in order to release yourself from some of these burdens you've been carrying. I want to pull a clarifying card on the Five of Swords and the Ten of Rods. If we could get a little bit more clarification on this situation that you're dealing with. Clarification on the Five of Swords and the Ten of Rods. Maybe. I mean, if this resonates with you guys, most likely you already know what the situation is or what's causing it. Three of Pentacles. Hmm. Three of Pentacles can be about creating something like a physical and intangible with one or more other people. So something about that is out of balance. Something about that has you doing the majority of the work. You're doing the majority of the work. You know, this is supposed to be, the Three of Pentacles is supposed to be either a partnership or a group endeavor. But for some reason, you're the one who's stuck with the burden. That's exhausting. Hmm. You're the one pulling all the weight. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to hand some of those rods off to someone else and say, hey, can you help carry some of this? You know? I'm really getting tired of carrying all these rods on my own. Can you help, please? I want to get clarification on the Nine of Swords. What's causing Capricorn anxiety? What's causing Capricorn? I mean, that the situation that I just described is enough to cause anyone anxiety. Hmm. Oh, sorry. It would help to show you guys the card. Four of Pentacles. So if you take a look at this guy, he's like holding on to that pentacle for dear life, you know. This is someone who, you know, really is clinging to things. You know, he's not really willing to give any of this out. You know, and sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be a little bit of a fear-based card because you just don't know what's going to happen, right? So you're trying to prepare for the unknown by just like really holding on to every little thing that you have, you know, because you have the feeling that you just can't afford to give any of that out. Now, the Suit of Pentacles is physical, tangible, earthly matters. It has to do with health or property or career or finances. So something about there is some kind of fear in regards to, you know, to one or some of those things, where you're feeling like, oh man, I'm really not willing to take any risk with any of these things. I'm not willing to take any risk with my health. I'm not willing to take any risk with my finances. I'm not taking any risk with my career or my property because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have enough to just be able to lose any of those things. Hmm. One way or another, Capricorn, in the month of July, you guys are going to do some inner reflection and touch a base yet again with yourself and get some answers in regards to this situation. Because this isn't something that you should have to carry all on your own, Capricorn. It's just not. That's unfair. Hmm. Talk to someone if you need to. I know that you guys pride yourselves on being able to handle everything yourselves, and you're very strong that way. Like Capricorn can figure anything out. But you know, you've been carrying a burden, obviously. And sometimes it helps to talk that out with somebody. It could, you could, talk to someone who's a fire sign, you know, just to try to get some of these things off your chest, because sometimes it's a little bit of a burden to bear. But one way or the other, I feel like around the end of July, you guys are going to have the courage to move forward, to progress. By the end of July, you're losing some of those that fear-based mentality, that fear of losing what little you have. Hmm. I'm going to go ahead, Capricorn, and pull a spiritual advice for you guys for the month of July. Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life, go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hope set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow of cycles in your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you, with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. I love that. And it makes sense in this reading. Some of the anxiety that you're feeling or that you have in the month of July, Capricorn, is very much just fear-based. It's fear-based. It's like, um, you know what happens when you start to feel like a loss of control? You know, you tend to get clingy, right? You tend to cling on to things because you're afraid to lose them. Hmm. I feel like you guys will have the opportunity in the month of July to work through this. And I think it's important that you do keep that in mind, that you do try to keep the understanding that no matter what the situation is, try not to be so focused on the outcome. Because I think Spirit's got your back there. I think God's got your back there. You know, everything that happens literally happens for a reason, and not everything is in our control. We can't control everything. We can't determine everything. And sometimes we feel like, that paranoia where we just have to like grab on for dear life, but the sometimes the harder you cling to things, the more they slip through your fingers. It's really important to just be at peace this month. Try to be at peace this month, Capricorn. Let go. What do they say? Let go and let God? Yeah. Let go of that fear and just be okay. Just be okay. You guys are capable of finding that emotional strength and resilience within yourself. But it's okay also in the month of July for you to at least, even if you're not even seeking answers from someone else, at least be able to talk to somebody else, right? You're not always going to have control over everything, Capricorn. You don't even have to always have control over everything. That's not possible. There's no way. Just let go a little bit this month. And if it makes you feel better to talk to somebody about it, then talk to somebody about it. You know, people enjoy when a Capricorn comes to them and wants to talk because it makes you human. They're like, oh, yay, Capricorn. They feel blessed, right? Because Capricorn's being human with them. Capricorn's, trusting them enough to be vulnerable with them. Mhm. People want to hear what you have to say. People want to help. People want to be encouraging. So let them be that in the month of July, Capricorn. And try to loosen that grip just a little bit. Well, listen, I wanted to say, Capricorn, that I really appreciate all the support that you guys have shown for this channel. It's really neat seeing, more and more people watch the videos every month that I put them out. It's exciting. If I can encourage, offer new perspective, and, positive reinforcement to just one person that watches one of these videos, well, then I have fulfilled my purpose. And that makes me extremely happy. If you would like to support the channel, the best way to do that is to click that thumbs up button and click that subscribe button. That makes YouTube put my video out there for even more people to see. So I'd appreciate that. If you would like a personal reading, if you have some more personal questions, or you need some personal advice that you feel like this general reading doesn't really cover, feel free to reach out to me for a personal reading. You can do that by going to my YouTube homepage and the About section on that page. So to get to my YouTube homepage, you simply click on the picture of that lantern down below this video. That will take you to my homepage. Go to the About section. That'll have all the information that you need for a personal reading. You can even order your personal reading right there. So I really look forward to working with you guys if you choose to do that. Capricorn, mwah. I love you guys, and I really look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good July.